Homework, so last night's homework was I gave you solving quadratics, right, and then I gave you a couple with the formula as well, right. So the first ones were on page 69, right. Does anyone need me to do any one of these? 17? Right, okay. So 17. Right, number 17 is 2x squared minus 5x equals 0. Right, so the number is missing. The x squared term is there, the x term there, the number is missing. That's type 2, so that means take out what's common, there's just an x common. So take out an x and 2x minus 5 is left. Okay, so then you let each bracket equal 0. The first bracket is just x on its own. So x equals 0 is one answer. And the other answer is from 2x minus 5 equals 0. So x is on one side, numbers on the other. So leave the 2x. Bring the minus 5 over the wall, it becomes a plus 5. And then there's a 2 stuck to the x, so to unstick it, divide by 2. So x is equal to 5 over 2. Okay, is that right? Okay. Anyone need me to do anyone? No.
6 and 9.
Yeah, on the next page I'll do those. So there's no more on this page. 29. I didn't give you 29. Okay, for a reason. Okay, right. But just so you know, in the future you have to multiply it out. Bring over the 15. And then make a new quadratic equation and factorize. Okay, who's asking me? Sorry. Yeah, just for the future you'd have to, yeah, you have to multiply it out, bring over the 15 and let it equal to 0 and then factorize again. Okay, right. The next page, so 6 and 9. So someone asked me to do both?
Yeah.
Right, okay, no problem. Right, okay, so number 6 is 3x squared minus x minus 1 equals 0. So I have to use the minus b formula. How do I know I have to do the minus b formula? Because it says give your answers correct to 2 decimal places. So that means it's not a nice whole number, it's a big long decimal. So the only way you can get a big long decimal is to use the minus b formula. So always write down the formula, girls, before filling it in. Okay? Always write down the formula before filling it in. You're just copying it from your log tables, but make sure you do that. Okay? So then a is a number in front of x squared. So what number is a? 3. B is a number in front of x. What number is in front of x? Minus 1. There's no number there, so remember 1 is understood to be there if there's no number, right? And don't forget the minus. Right, and then what's C? C is the number on its own. What's C? Minus 1 also. Right, okay, so then you fill in. So it's minus B. So it's minus B. So it's minus 1. Right, plus minus the square root of b to be squared, which is minus 1 to be squared, minus 4 times a is 3, and c is minus 1. Okay? All over 2 times a, which is 2 times 3. Okay, so minus 1 becomes a plus 1. So one answer is 1 plus the square root of minus 1 to be squared minus 4 times 3 times minus 1 all over 2 times 3, which is 6. Well, actually I'll just leave it as 2 times 3. Because I'll leave the calculator do all the work for me. So key that as you see it into the calculator, okay? So you take the plus 1 and key that into the calculator and press S to D, right, sort to decimal, as in get in decimal places, and then you have to round it up to 2 decimal places. Does anyone have an answer for that one? 0.77, and that's correctly rounded up, yeah. Okay, and then you go back, you don't need to type the whole lot in again, just use the back arrow on your calculator. Go back and change that sign, delete it out, change it to a minus, press equals and S to D again, and what's the other answer? minus 0.43.
Lisa, you're recording.
I am. Right, thanks. I love the way you remind me though, so keep doing it because I will forget. Right, are we all okay with that? Right, whoever asked me for that, is that okay that I don't do the calculator bit? The calculator bit I presume is okay, but I might be presuming wrong, so if it's not okay, tell me. We're okay? Right. Okay, and then number 9. Number 9. Right, is, again, it says solve correct to 2 decimal places, so the only way I can get big long decimals is with the minus b formula. So you go 5x squared minus 4x minus 2 equals 0. So in this case, a is a number in front of x squared. What number is that? 5. B is a number in front of x, minus 4, and don't forget the minus. And c is a number on its own. What number is here? Minus 2. And again, don't forget the minus, right? Because normally when there's a mistake, that's why, right? Okay, then you write down a minus sign. Then you write b. So you end up with minus. The first minus is from the formula, the second minus is part of 4, or part of b. So plus minus the square root of minus 4 to b squared minus 4 times a is 5 and c is minus 2 all over 2 times a, which is 2 times 5. Okay, so minus, 2 minuses in a row is a plus. So into your calculator you write 4 plus the square root of minus 4 2b squared minus 4 bracket 5 bracket minus 2 all over 2 times 5. So you just type it into your calculator as you see it. Make sure and put brackets around b, right? You know the way if you didn't put brackets around b, that will come out as minus 16 and it's actually plus 16. Okay, so make sure you put the brackets in. You know the way I'm writing the brackets, and you might say to yourself, or I don't need them. You need all those brackets. Okay, does anyone have an answer for me? Say that again. 1.15, and then when you go back and change that to a minus, the minus 0.35. Okay, are we all alright? Okay, right. And I haven't made out your test yet, but I'm telling you here and now there will be, of course, there's definitely going to be a minus b formula on it. So are we all happy that we can do the minus b formula? No, I didn't find anything, because normally if I find anything I leave it up in the shelves. So there was nothing there, no. Have you lost the calculator?
Maybe I'll find it.
Right, okay, right, gone? Right, okay girls, today I want to revise section 3.5, and I'm spending the whole day on section 3.5, right, because you found these hard, right? So there's simultaneous equations, but one's linear and one's quadratic. So they're simultaneous. Again, you don't need to write anything, right? Okay, because it's all in your notes already. Okay, so this is just me reminding you how to do it. So one linear, one quadratic. Tell me about a linear equation. It has no what? X squared. It has no square term. Tell me about a quadratic equation. It has squares. The x is going to be squared, y is going to be squared, possibly both. Right? Okay? Right? So if I just take the first one there, x squared plus y squared equals 5 is the quadratic, and x plus y equals 3 is the linear. Do you remember these? Probably not, because you've locked them out of your brains. Right? Okay, every year they do. Right? So step one, you start with a linear equation. So that means you have to be able to look at the two equations and decide which one is linear. Which one is the linear equation? The second one, isn't it? X plus y equals 3. So you start with that. And you rearrange so you have x equals everything else or y equal to everything else, your choice. Okay? So it's your choice. So what do you want to do? Will I go x equals what? 3 minus y. Yes. the quadratic has a squared term in it, okay? And the linear has no squared in it. Is that okay? Right? So, and you start with the linear one. If you think it, to start with the less complicated one, because the ones with the squares is the most complicated one. So start with the linear one and rearrange so you've x equals everything else, or y equal to everything else, okay? This one, right, it's your choice, right? But if I had something like x plus 2y equals 7, which one would I pick there? No, which I would leave, would I leave x equals everything, or would I leave y equal to everything? You'd leave x equal to everything. Why would I leave x equal to everything? Because x has a 1 in front of it, okay? If I left 2y equal to everything, I'd end up with a fraction, and that means I need to be doing honours maths, okay? Right? Sorry, if it was 2x plus y equals 7, which one would you leave on their own here? Y. Right, so you always pick the one that has a 1 in front of it. And you're going to say to me, but what if they both, none of them have a 1 in front of them? You have the honours paper, give it back and ask for the ordinary level paper, okay? Because it ain't going to happen. Right? Okay, is that alright? Okay, right? So, back to the sum. Step 1, rearrange, right? And as I say here, it doesn't matter x equals or y equals, because they both have a 1 in front of them. Okay? Right. So step 2, you take your quadratic equation, which is x squared plus y squared equals 5. Now, instead of x, I'm going to write, what am I going to write instead of x? I know x is the same as 3 minus y. So everywhere I see an x, I'm putting in a 3 minus y. Okay? Now, in these ones, girls, there's only one x's, but there might be possible that across the equation there could be a second one. Okay? But everywhere you see an x, you put in a 3 minus y. So that's 3 minus y to be squared. Because it was x squared, now it's 3 minus y to be squared plus y squared equals 5. Okay? So then, right, I need to do 3 minus y squared. Squared means, if you were to square something, it means multiply it by itself, doesn't it? Like 3 squared is 3 by 3. 4 squared is 5 by, or 4 by 4, etc. Right? So 3 minus y squared, it means 3 minus y multiplied by 3 minus y. Okay? Then I'm going to finish it off. Plus y squared, that's a squared, equals 5. Okay? Now I have to multiply out my brackets. Okay? So how do I multiply out my brackets, girls? Yeah, split up the first bracket, write the second bracket down twice. So you take the first term, which is 3, and you multiply it by the second bracket, which is 3 minus y. You take the rest of the first bracket, which is minus y, and you multiply it by the second bracket. Okay? Finish off your equation. Plus y squared equals 5. Okay, now, when I'm multiplying out, particularly in the second bracket, I'm going to be very careful. Why? Because what am I multiplying in? I'm multiplying in by a minus sign. So just be very careful of that, because it's such a common mistake, and this is such a long sum. It's a stupid mistake to make. You know, you don't want to be losing your marks there. You want to at least lose them at a hard bit. Okay, 3 by 3 is 9. 3 by minus y is minus 3y. Minus y by 3 is minus 3y. The minus by minus is a plus, and y by y is y squared. Right? Then I'm plus y squared. Right? Now I want to bring over the 5 as well, because these sums only work when it equals 0. Okay? So I want to bring over the 5. So I'm going to bring the 5 over the wall, and what happens to it? It becomes a minus 5 equals, there isn't a thing left over there, so it equals 0. Okay? Tidy it up, put your y squared term first, then your y term, then your number. Y squared and y squared makes what? 2y squared. Minus 3y gives me minus 6y. And then I have 9 minus 5 is plus 4, isn't it? Right, equals 0. Now, I know you're big fans of the minus b formula, so if you're doing the minus b formula, go right, start there and do it there. Right? Okay, I'm going to do the brackets, right? Okay, so to make life easier for myself, I noticed that everything divides by what? 2. So everything divides by 2, so I'm going to make life easier for myself. As I say, if you go using the minus b formula, take it from there. Okay, so if you prefer the minus b formula, go from there. Okay, right, me, I'm going to prefer the brackets, so I'm going to divide everything by 2, because it makes finding the factors easier. It's still, you can still factorize without dividing by 2, it's just harder to get the, and you'll get the same answer, it's just harder to get the factors. Okay, 2 sets of brackets, y and y, factors of 2 are 2 and 1, plus tells me the signs are the same, over here tells me it's a minus and a minus. Check your answer, on the inside I have minus 2y, on the outside I have minus 1y. Now I need to solve, so that's factorize, I need to solve, so solve says you let each bracket equal 0. So y minus 2 equals 0, and y minus 1 equals 0. So y's on one side, numbers on the other, so leave the y, bring over the minus 2, it becomes a plus 2. Leave the y, bring over the minus 1, and it becomes a plus 1. So for each y, I have 2 y answers. So for each y, what have I to get? A matching what? X. Right? So where do you get the matching x? You go back up to step 1. Yeah. So you go back up to the linear equation, and it tells me that x is equal to 3 minus y. So when y is 2, x is equal to 3 minus 2, so that means x is 1. And when over here, when y is 1, so x is equal to 3 minus 1, so that means x is 2. So one set of answers is y is 2, x is 2, y is 1. The other answer is x is 1, y is 2. Now I know they're the opposite of each other. It doesn't always work out like that, so don't. That's just convenient here is all. Right? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Right? Yes.
When I did the minus b formula, I got minus 1 and minus 2.
When you did which one?
Minus b formula.
Right, okay. So you did, you started with 2y squared minus 6. So did you say A was 2,
Yeah.
B was minus 6,
Yeah.
and C was 4?
Yeah, no, I see where I went wrong there.
Yeah, did you forget the minus 6?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Minus
right.
1.
Yeah, you're okay, you have it? Everyone okay? Right. And as I say, if you find the minus b formula easier, do it. Right? It'll take you about 10 seconds longer. I think we can live with that. Okay, to get it right. Okay? Right, are we okay? Will I do another one, or will I give you one to try? Give you one to try? Okay, yesterday on Teams I put up a photo, wait now till I see, of some of these from another book. Right, okay, so wait now till I see. Pictures, and I'll find it in here. Right, so the last photo I put up yesterday then, okay, will you have a go at number 5 on the photo I put up yesterday then? So number 5, it's x squared plus y squared equals 25, and x plus y equals 7. Okay? So it's x squared plus y squared equals 25, x plus y equals 7. Yes, you can.
So you know when you get to the two brackets bit,
Yeah,
if it's a plus, it has a number, and then does that mean sign the same?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, right, will I do it? Right, okay, so I just put up the answers there because I'm going to give you more of those, right, for homework. But the answer is x is 3, y is 4, or x is 4, y is 3, right? Who got it right? Excellent, right, that's a lot of people, that's great. Right, okay, so everyone else, x is equal to 7 minus y. So leave the x, move the y over, becomes a minus y. Step 1. Step 2, everywhere I see an x, I'm putting in a 7 minus y. So that's 7 minus y to be squared, then plus y squared equals 25. So that's x squared plus y squared equals 25. 7 minus y to be squared means 7 minus y multiplied by 7 minus y. Okay, so then I have a plus y squared equals 25. Multiply out these brackets. Split up the first bracket, so take the 7, multiply by the second bracket, minus y times 7 minus y plus y squared, and I might as well bring over the 25 while I'm here, so bring that over, so it's minus 25 equals 0. Multiplying out, I get 49 minus 7y, careful here now because you're multiplying in by minus y, minus 7y, then a minus by minus is a plus, y by y is y squared. Then finish it off, I have a plus y squared and a minus 25. Okay, so now we're tidying it up. You're putting the y squared term first. So y squared and y squared is 2y squared. The y's are minus 7y, which is minus 14y. Right, and 49 minus 25 is plus 24, is it? Equals 0, right? Is that okay? Then, to make life easier for myself, I'm going to divide everything by 2. I notice everything divides by 2. Will it always divide by 2? No. Maybe not. Sometimes everything might divide by 3. Sometimes it mightn't divide by anything. Okay? So 2's there, that's y squared. Here I have 14 divided by 2 is 7y. 24 divided by 2 is 12 equals 0. So then I'm doing my 2 sets of brackets. So I have y and y, factors of 12, 3 and 4. A plus means the signs are the same, and over here tells me they're both a minus, right? Solving means I have to let each bracket equal 0, so y minus 3 equals 0, and y minus 4 equals 0. So that means y equals 3, and y equals 4. So for each y, I have to go back up to my step 1 and use this to find the matching x. So x is equal to 7 minus y. So here x is equal to, when y is 3, x is 7 minus 3. So that means x is 4. So that's one set of answers. X is 4, y is 3. Over here, x is equal to 7 minus y. So when y is 4, it's 7 minus 4. Sorry. So x is 3. So there's my second set of answers. So y is 3, x is 4, or y is 4, x is 3. Okay? Is that alright? Yeah.
How do you know if it's like after you do the first part, if it's x equals like 3 or y equals 3? Is it not x equals 3 because at the start you did x equals 7 minus 4?
No, because you know when you get to this equation here, it's all in y's.
So it's always y?
Yeah, it's always whatever's in this equation.
Yeah.
So if this is x, you've solved for x. If this is y, you've solved for y. Okay? Is that alright?
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions for me? Right, I'm going to give you 4 of these to do tonight. So on the photo I put up, will you do numbers 1 yesterday, numbers 1, 2, 3 and 9. And I put up the answers there today as well so you know whether you're right or not. Okay?
Yes, you know, in that one you put up there.
You know, yes?
It's for the questions like, for like 7 and 8. There's y equals x squared.
Yeah, can I, yeah, so you'll be replacing x and you fill in x twice, but can I just say these are from the higher level book, so I'm not giving you those type ones, okay? Right, basically if you can do these type ones, that's as much as you need for ordinary level. It's just I needed extra questions and I got them from the higher level book, but I'm not giving you the higher level standard ones, I'm just giving you the easy enough ones, okay? Right. So 1, 2, 3 and 9 girls off that sheet, or off that photo.